Hello, welcome to Chilling and Chatting with a Dilophosaur. I am your hostess, authoress Dilophosaur, and this is part 5 of my Final Fantasy X remake walkthrough, or remaster, for the PS5. And we're still in the middle of the Sin boss fight. I'm sorry for the quick transition. I was not aware that it was going to take that long to do all the grinding and stuff and the cutscenes, so I'll try to be better about that in the future, so we're not getting in the middle of things. But yeah, we're still trying to get Valifor's overdrive up, and with how quickly these spells fill her overdrive gauge, as long as you have at least like 50% on the gauge by the time you come into this fight, should not be a problem. And unless those little Sin Spawn use spines, they cannot damage her because she is airborne. Now we go over to, we're going to see, I think we're going to see Valifor's overdrive for the first time now. We'll get this overkill. There we go. And once the Finn is dead, we don't have to deal with the Sin Spawn anymore. This is another boss fight where you have to be managing all the little things and the big things. So this, yeah, boss Sin Spawn Equiles, I have no idea how to pronounce that, afflicted with darkness to make it miss. So yeah, start out this battle with Dark Attack because this thing has draining attack, Drain Touch, where it can drain HP, and it has a party-wide attack that can do a lot of damage, but darkness will help keep it from hitting as much. And then yeah, just keep an eye on the Sin Spawn. The good thing about the Sin Spawn is that they just keep coming, these Sin skills. The good thing is that they have little patterns of how many are going to be on the field at one time. So just keep an eye out. And keep calm and cheer on. Yeah. We're going to wait until the darkness runs out and to start attacking it again, and we're just going to build up overdrive. There's its party-wide attack blender. Build up these overdrives and stay on top of the HP. We're going to get another cheer off of Tidus here, and then we're going to use a potion from Waka. Or, actually, no. We're going to use a Dark Attack. Because Dark Attack only lasts... These base skills of his only last for 3 turns. Yeah. Thankfully, it doesn't really do that much damage since we've been using these cheers. think we're either at 5 or 6 for these, so we're not going to keep doing them for much longer. I'm going to do that because that's a bad idea. I'm going to heal Tidus. And I've got all 4 back on the field, which is fine. Yeah, pay attention to what letter is by the name of the thing, because that's a pretty good indicator of who's coming up next in the line. And we can start attacking them, giving us a bit more breathing room. And now that we've used all these cheers, we can also get overkills on these Sin Spawn, which will give us more AP, and also, I do believe, give us more power spheres. Potion. Oop. Oh no, okay. So the boss is not attacking right now, so we're gonna potion Tidus. Then use another dark attack. Another good reason why it's a good idea to get some extra MP on Waka when you can still level up on the same. Do an attack with Tidus. And actually, if we want to get an overkill on the Sin Spawn, we can wait for Tidus's overdrive, since we are just about out of HP on this thing. Yeah, we don't want to, I don't know what the actual amount for the overkill is, so we don't want to accidentally kill it before we can do that. If you want to keep doing overkills, if you just want to level up, you know, whatever. So I am going to do a little extra here. I'm going to take this blender, and hopefully that will put Tidus to max gauge. Yes. Okay. And again, with all the cheers, that should get us to where we need to be. Perfect. And that's it. Pretty simple, just so long as you're strategically managing the field. Yeah. Get some good gil and some, yeah, we got way more spears and some spear levels and equipment from that.
When Sin attacked Xanarkand that day, I woke up in Spira. I kept hoping it would work in reverse, too.
I will defeat Sin. I must defeat Sin.
I was just fooling myself. Maybe it was that day, on the sea, under the burning sun. I started to give up hope. I was in a foreign world. I wasn't going home. This was my new reality, and I was stuck in it for good.
Greetings. I am the summoner Yuna. I have come from the temple in Besaid.
Oh, Milady Summoner!
If there is no other summoner here, please allow me to perform the sending.
Thanks, BT.
Our loved ones. We feared they would become fiends.
Please, take me to them.
We'll go see what we can do to help in town.
Huh?
Go ahead and save, and you will give me just a couple of moments. I will be back in a flash. Okay, I have returned. Get my setup back where it needs to be. Okay. Just like usual, we'll talk with people and then we'll head down for the next cutscene. Hey, you're alive. Wait. What do you want? We're not open. Yeah, okay. The pub's closed. I don't think I can get through this without a drink. Yeah, I don't know if I could either. Poor guy. Tidus, watch your step. It's not safe this way.
What's ascending? Are we going somewhere?
You truly are clueless. Are you sure it's just your memory that's the problem? The dead need guidance. Filled with grief over their own death, they refuse to face their fate. They yearn to live on and resent those still alive. You see, they envy the living. And in time, that envy turns to anger, even hate. Should these souls remain in Spira, they become fiends that prey on the living. Sad, isn't it? The sending takes them to the far plane, where they may rest in peace.
Summoners do this? It must be tough, being a summoner.
Yuna chose her own path. She knew from the beginning what it meant. All we can do is protect her along the way, until the end.
Until the end? What's the end?
Until she defeats sin.
Oh.
I hope I did okay.
You did very well. They've reached the far plane by now, but no tears next time. Hmm?
I wished there would never be a next time. No more people being killed by sin. No more sendings for Yuna. Everyone stood there watching her. It was strange, and somehow horrifying. I never wanted to see it again.
Alright, back to business as usual, checking things out. Did you rest well? The others left some time ago. This is my home, and no matter how bad it gets, I ain't moving. Let's save. I'm gonna be a blitzball when I grow up. Oh, here's another thing. This little pedestal looking thing over here. Yeah, you can look at tutorials, basic controls, basic terms. It can even tell you like what kind of fiends might be in the area and give you some practice battles. So...
Hey, you awake? Captain Walker's waiting for you.
Okay. Everything is in shambles. I don't know where to start. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is go over here first, and I'll tell you why in just a second.
Huh?
Whoa!
Yeah, so the only opportunity to keep that little girl from getting hurt is, I'm not sure if it's right now or if it's before we head deeper into the island, but yeah, keep that in mind because you can get some better items here if you do that. I wanted to believe it was just a bad dream, that this was all a dream, and when I opened my eyes, everything would be back to normal. But when morning came, nothing had changed. Daddy. We're gonna head back and talk to Waka before we head further down the dock. Our loved ones made it to the far plane with Lady Yuna's help. We are truly grateful for Yevon's blessing. I'm sure my grandchildren made it to the far plane in peace. Yeah. Head in here and we can... Yeah, we'll see the girl. Let me talk to this lady. You're the one who saved my sister, right? That treasure box contains a token of my appreciation. Please accept my thanks. I don't care if there isn't any food. I just want to stay here. I'm scared to even look out the sea. I can feel it out there. Can't you? Okay, that's all. So for saving her, we will get an ether, which is definitely going to come in handy. Thanks for saving me. Our house fell down, but my big sister's here, so I'm real happy. Hey, are you a blitzer? Good luck. I'm rooting for you. Yeah, okay. So nothing else here. Head down this way, just to talk to people. Hey, you! Hands off the merchandise! Oh, you're a customer, are you? Yeah, so all of these have sensor, if we didn't get sensor before. Kamari has the same thing, but what we could use here are these HP +5 things. And when you buy weapons and armor from a store, you get the option to equip them immediately. I typically do. Thankfully, because we were looking around with all the different NPCs, we got a better ring than what Yuna could have gotten here. And there we go. Perfect. Everyone was so pumped up for the tournament. But now, because of Sin, well, we players don't even feel up to practicing anymore. We may be short on practice, but we'll prove we've got what it takes. We'll cheer up the whole island by bringing home the Victory Cup this year. I don't think he has anything else, but I'll double check here in a second. I think you can talk to this guy, you just have to wait till he comes back. If the Kilika beasts win, it'll give the whole island something to celebrate. Thinking about that makes me want to practice harder. Okay, that's all he says. Here's one more person. I don't know if it's the toxin, but I can't remember a thing. Like my name, my house. I thought someone might notice me and help me out if I sat here. But no one's paying any attention. I guess everyone has their own problems to worry about. Hey, I may not even be from around here. Maybe I came from someplace far away. Who knows?
Ah, there you are. Be said Aurochs, huddle. On to the temple, where we pray for victory. Go! High Summoner O'Holland used to live in the Kilika Temple here. Yup, Lord O'Holland was once a great blitzer, you know.
Waka. Praying for victory's all good. But is this right?
Something wrong with enjoying blitzball?
Is this really the time?
This is the only time. The players fight with all their strength. The fans cheer for their favorite team. They forget pain, suffering. Only the game matters. That's why Blitz has been around for so long. At least that's what I think.
Whatever you say.
Let's play and win, right?
Right.
Temple's beyond the jungle there. Let's go.
Okay. Moving on. Yeah, I'm repairing this now, but it'll all be destroyed when Sin comes again. He destroys it, I fix it. I fix it, and he destroys it. It's a never-ending cycle, I tell you. It's not just Kilika. All of Spiran has been ravaged by Sin. Okay, we'll go into this house, and then now, if you notice that guy in the red is now gone, we can head into the island. Please excuse him. He's been affected by the toxin. So if he says anything offensive, don't take it too seriously. Where are you looking at? I ain't on display here. Go away, man. Okay, we can get this chest. And then we'll head out. Another reason that I wanted to grind, and I prefer to grind, is that we're about to come up on an optional boss fight that I like to win. It's pretty easy if you're keeping on top of your leveling up, but it can be fairly difficult if you aren't.
What's up?
Yuna's saying she wants you with us.
Huh?
I want to ask you to be my guardian.
You know what? There's no time for jokes, yeah? He may be a blitzball whiz kid, but up against fiends, he's a newbie.
Not a guardian, then. I just want him nearby.
What?
What? What do you mean?
It's just that... Well,
We're all going to the temple anyway. Can't this wait till later?
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have...
There's nothing to be sorry about. I'm just not really sure what's going on.
My apologies.
Take some time to explore, get some chests, see what kind of enemies are here. Not many. I think there's like four different enemy kinds here. Oh, and there's another Albad thing over here. Something is written here, and to this day, I am not entirely sure what that means. It's some kind of code. Here we have a
Kimari, why don't you use
tutorial battle.
Lancet on it?
What's a lancet?
Normally, it's a skill that weakens enemies and heals the user. But when a Ronso uses it, that Ronso can sometimes learn Fiend's abilities.
Hey, sounds cool.
Yep, and whenever Kimari successfully learns a Fiend ability, his overdrive gauge will immediately go to maximum. Just gonna give... This isn't worth a whole lot of experience, but I just like doing it anyway. I don't really tend to use Kimari's overdrives much. I mean, there's a couple that are really, you know, especially if you don't overlevel like I do. Like, there's definitely usage. Oh, that's right. I have levels I can get on right now. Go ahead and heal from that. And also, when you're going down the sphere grid, in the beginning, you don't have to go down to the end of all these little sub-paths and places that pop up, because all of these nodes can be activated just by being adjacent. So it just saves a little bit of time to go to the node that's next to that last one and then head back. And Kimari, his thing on the sphere grid is a bit unique. So, displaying his stats and all the moves he knows right now. We move... Wrong button. We move... Also wrong button. Ugh. Know what I'm doing? What's that? He's in the center of the sphere grid. So all of the other characters start on the edges, more or less. And Kimari, you can, because of his nature as a blue mage, those who don't know what a blue mage is, it's a classic Final Fantasy class that gets their strength from absorbing enemy skills. It's not super popular now, but you can definitely see the system pop up now and again. You can pick which way on the grid. All of his stuff is surrounded by level 1 and level 2 locks at the moment. You can pick what part of the sphere grid you want him to go down next when it's time to get him to level up. So you can take him down Lulu's grid and get a spare black mage. You can take him down Wakka's grid and get another status effect dealer person. You can take him down Tidus' grid and get more supportive white magic. Or you can take him down Yuna's grid and get another healing white mage. And then there's another character you can take him down, but we have met her. But we're not going to be coming back to her for a long time. So for now, the only thing that you really need to do is focus on just leveling up Kimari's stats. Since he's not a specialized, he's not going to be as strong. But he's a fairly heavy hitter, and especially with his white magic, or blue magic being as useful as it is during the early and mid and part of the late game, he is definitely good to have around. And there's no real indication of what enemies have what skills. You kind of just have to use, unless you have a guide, you kind of just have to use Lancet on everything and see if you strike pay dirt. But sometimes, depending on the enemy, and bosses can be I'm getting tongue-tied. Certain bosses can you can get skills, and even
Shield us
some
from
unique
thunder's
skills from
bane.
them as well. You just have to use Lance on everything, and sometimes you have to use it more than once, especially if a particular boss hasn't used that particular skill yet, or they have multiple skills that you can steal.
Let's end this.
Luckily, those particular
Anyone
enemies are
thirsty?
few and far between, so you don't need to necessarily worry about that. And enemies that have skills like just the basic black magics that Lulu uses are probably not going to be that's probably not going to be the skill that you're looking for, because you obviously already have it. So yeah, whenever you see an enemy use a particularly unique skill that only that particular enemy of that subtype or that the subtype alone can use, pull out Lancet and see what you can come up with. I'll wait for these people to clear out and then talk to them. We Crusaders are training for the upcoming operation. Call on us if you see any Sunspawn. Are you heading for Kilika Temple? Then just follow this trail. There are poisonous fiends in the forest. Be on your guard. Got a remedy. I'd steer clear of Ochu, Lord of the Wood. It's a powerful fiend even we Crusaders avoid. Ah, the Ochu, one of the classic Final Fantasy enemies. The Ochu, the Curl, I believe is how they pronounce it. It's a French word, meaning heart, originally. I don't remember the exact reason why they called it a curl. It has something to do with D&D. Either that or D&D based their particular creature off of the Final Fantasy curl. I don't remember which came first.
Newbie here.
Don't quote me. Yeah, the Ochu, the curl, the behemoth,
So, how shall we do
the
this?
red dragon, or green dragon, different kinds of dragons. Allow Yuna to heal. Lulu, that was the wrong button. Oop, we can just use her cure now, I guess.
Aid us.
Your Final Fantasy enemies are pretty typical. This one is a Final Fantasy X unique fiend. It's not this one. The Garuda and the Zoo, those really large kinds of birds that we fought two of them on Besaid to test out Valifor. Those are there. Yeah, there's a lot of, for those of you who haven't played Final Fantasy before, there's a lot of enemies that are common between the different games, even though the games all take place, or at least most of them take place, in separate continuities, separate dimensions, whatever you want to call it. Although there are some mainline series games that are connected. Like, recently it was just entirely confirmed that Final Fantasy X and X-2 and the X-3 that is still in development, as well as the light novels and the audio dramas that were, I don't know if they were all Japanese only or mostly. They are in the same dimension, same timeline as the Final Fantasy VII series. That is very controversial. A lot of people do not like that. They really want to keep these two games separate, and as someone who has played and enjoyed both, yeah, I can definitely see why. But that is, in fact, confirmed as of the Final Fantasy VII Remake.
The fiend before us is Ochu, Lord of the Wood. We've had trouble with this one before. Remember, discretion is the better part of valor.
Okay, yeah.
Standing guard, sir.
To you.
Standing go.
That's it.
The Ochu is no garden variety fiend.
Yeah.
We could throw 100 Crusaders at it and still lose.
Yeah. Yeah, don't mess with this thing. If you just really are not confident, I'm gonna go save again just so we don't, if something happens, I don't have to go through that cutscene again. If you're just really, really not confident, do not take on Ochu. But be sure, actually what we should do to get ready for that, we need to get everyone's overdrives pretty high.
Don't strain yourself. I'll handle the bird.
Yeah, anything that flies and usually is this size is qualified as a, quote, bird enemy, unquote, for the purposes of early game enemy classification. So we're gonna blizzard this thing. Actually, if I find a better setup, I will
Yuna, here!
call Balfour. But also bear in mind that Ochu is only available to fight at this point in the game, and once you are out of the forest and moving on to the next segment, you won't get another shot. So, if you ever want to embrace your inner embrace the grind person, now would be a very good time to do it. And again, that's another big reason why I would grind in the Sin Spawn fights. I think I mentioned that. I did mention that before, to get ready for this boss. Yeah, and right now we're still getting some pretty good experience. So it would not hurt just to take a bit of time to do some level grinding. Because when we get out of this forest here and we head up onto the hill, there will be another boss fight. It's not especially difficult, but again, pays to be prepared. And I believe it does not have any skills that you can lance it with Kamari. And the plant monster that we just killed another one of is the only monster in this area that you can lance anything off of. Just get people defending. Stay near the save point just so you can get a free heal easily. And then we're gonna summon Balfour.
Yuna, here!
Her overdrive, just like with the Finn, is going to be very useful. Yeah, it is not uncommon to see players rely on their aeons through most of the game. They are extremely powerful, extremely useful, especially if you just need some space to breathe. And there will be more to how the
Please, fight with us!
I almost called them Eidolon, but that's the wrong pronunciation, and 2, it's Eidolon, and 3, that's not what they're called in this game. Oops. Yeah, they are very, very useful creatures. We can actually get into another part of their battle system. Oh, and if you want more overkills, that's also a good way to do it. We can actually get into a bit more of their battle system here now. We don't have to wait for the tutorial. The system's already available. So I will do that the next time we get a good enemy lineup. But back to Fate Grand Order, which got a bit orphaned when we started getting back to the plot. I love Fate Grand Order. I love the Nasuverse. I've watched several of the movies. I've seen some of the anime. Fate Grand Order is the only game out of the series that I've played, and I've really been enjoying it. It's definitely not for everybody, just content-wise, as well as, you know, how you like your gacha games. And it's definitely, for as popular as it is, and it's been going on for 10 years, and the main plot finally just finished. It is definitely very flawed still, despite all the quality of life stuff they've been doing. And a lot of it is thanks to the player base being so clear about what they want and so adamant about, you know, improving the game. But I really enjoyed it. I like the battle system, as flawed as it is. I really enjoy the plot, love the magic system, love the world building. But it is, if you want to get things moving at any particularly good speed, you kinda have to have deep pockets. It is, despite being so popular, and because it is so popular, it is not the most FTP-friendly game on the market, which is a shame, because if it did become that, like, it would be making so much more money, and the players would be having so much more fun than they are now. Which, you know, for all the fun that we're having now, like, that's definitely, you know, saying something. But yeah, it's great, but it still has a long way to go. And I have poured, because I can afford it, thankfully, a lot of money into that game. And I'm actually, in a couple more days-ish, about to pour in some more. A little more, though, since I've, thankfully, the really good gachas that I've been aiming for, which I wouldn't, there aren't a lot of them, a lot of characters that I'd be willing to pay a lot of money for left, thankfully. I've been really lucky with my rolls. Yeah, getting Lulu's overdrive up, getting Yuna's grand summon up, Wakka's slots is also not a bad idea. Just keep Kamari on hand. Save up his overdrives for when you just really need to pull out one of his fiend abilities. That's my advice. I would not be using his Lancet,
just who do
like,
you
for
think you
everything. Or his Lancet abilities for everything. Okay. So, I'm still stuck on Stoic at the moment, so there's not really a lot we can... Well, we could just build up the overdrive gauges while we fight Ochu. That is also an option. It's not, like, the most ideal option, but it is an option.
No worries.
So let me make sure that Yuna gets experience for this.
Let them come.
Kind of bouncing around different topics here. Anyway,
It's over.
yeah, if you're looking for a good gacha game, like, do not pick Fate Grand Order unless you
I'm
are
on a
willing
roll.
to commit to all that it has to offer, and you are either, like, staunchly okay with not paying for things, you're just alright with saving up until you find the one thing that you like, or you're rich. It really frustrates me when people just very blatantly go for the money instead of just making it about the love of the game. Like, making money is fine, and,
Got you covered.
you know, I don't care what you do with it, just as long as you're a decent person, you know? But, yeah, it's really silly, kind of how they design the game, and maybe it's intentional that some of these, flaws have not been, fixed yet. Because fixing them, in my opinion, as someone who's played through all of the available English main story, would not only not harm the balance of the game, it would improve it, and it would still allow for people to support the system by spending gacha money whenever they felt like it. But if you're willing to commit and you're willing to look past all of the little foibles, it is a very good game, in my opinion, and the Nasuverse is a great continuity for experienced anime fans. And yeah, another thing about Fate Grand Order and the money thing is, like, Nasuverse is extremely popular among anime. Fate Stay Night, Fate Unlimited Blade Works, Fate Heaven's Feel, Witch on the Holy Night, Kara no Kyokai, Garden of Sinners. Yeah, if you haven't heard, and Tsukihime, Those are all the really big properties. And if you haven't heard of most of them, like, you've probably maybe heard of the Fate series. That's the longest running, most well-known of all of them. Yeah, Nasu, Kinoko Nasu, the creator, is probably not going to run out of money or fame anytime soon. So I really wish they would finally, you know, listen to the fan base and just get the rest of all the quality of life stuff fixed. But, you know, wishes were horses.
Piece of cake!
Let me see how much time I have, see if I can do this boss fight. If not, maybe. You can try. Now that Lulu has one of her stat builders and Yuna just learned her revive spell, we can certainly give it a shot. And we can build up the rest of those overdrives with Ochu and see if we're not good enough. But if not, then I'll go back and do some grinding, probably off screen, and then we'll try again. Just gonna walk up to it, and it runs up to me. Okay. Okay, it is immune to dark. I was afraid of that. Yeah, Ochus are pretty immune to a lot of different things. Get some damage with his base overdrive. There we go. Fire. Obviously, it's a plant. Fire and ice are not its friends. We're not going to use any of the extract spells to get any spheres. We are going to start building strength and defense. We're going to get Yuna out here, and here's another place where these ethers that we've gotten from these NPCs come in handy. Because we can use Yuna's Esuna to clear out the poison really fast, and we start using Lulu's focus to build our magic and magic defense. Since this thing is weak against fire, that is going to be very useful, as you can imagine. Yeah, and get the defense of our mages up here, so that they can survive these attacks more easily. Can't use anything with that right now. So let's put her in defense. Okay. And I forgot this thing can cast magic spells. Yeah, it has its basic attack, which has a chance to poison. It can use the level 1 elemental black magics. And it also, when it starts to get a bit low on HP, will use a party-wide attack that does not cause damage, but it can inflict multiple status effects at once on multiple characters. So while you're getting its HP down, really keep an eye on what percentage of the HP that you have carved off. And then when you start getting about to the halfway mark, then start pulling out Valifor. You know, be sure all of your stats are maxed up, like what I'm taking the time to do now, and just start hitting it with everything you have. And when it gets down to a certain HP as well, it also has a skill where it will go to sleep, and it will start recovering chunks of its HP over time. And you're probably not going to be able to do a whole lot of damage to keep up with it unless you've been grinding, or again, you're just throwing everything you have at it. There's one more of these, and then I think we're going to be done. Oh, okay, now we have Lulu's Overdrive, so this is good. Go ahead and potion her, since Yuna can't really do anything else right now. Then I'm going to potion Yuna, just to kind of keep our HP high. And Lulu's Fury can be a bit finicky, because the method of you doing it is making complete circles with, I believe it's the right analog stick. And it can be a bit tricky to get the circles right the way the game wants them to. So I don't know how many I'm going to get off of her, but we'll see. Okay. Slower is better. Alright. How much HP does this thing have? 2230. Alright. Hopefully this isn't too early. But also, another reason to pull out Valifor here is because Aeons have immunity to most status effects, especially in the early game. So she is very good at blocking that party-wide attack that can, you know, cause your party to sweep. So we're gonna use one more fire. Yeah, okay. So it is at 50% HP. Good to know. Oh, we were so close. We could have killed it then. Oh, shoot. Okay, I messed up. Okay. Alright. We're gonna go ahead and dismiss her. So this is a good learning opportunity. Learn from my mistakes. Alright. That's fine. We can course correct. Not a big deal. Ooh, I forgot about this. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna cure Yuna because she has her revive spell. And then we're just gonna have... Ooh. Oh, okay, yes, I'd forgotten. Tidus has his speed spell. And luckily for us, haste is permanent. Does not have a turn limit. So Lulu, whoops, silly me. And with all the focuses that we've gotten and Valifor's help, we can take this thing down. Not getting overkill on it, unfortunately, but that's okay. Here we go.
A summoner and her guardians. Very impressive.
Sir, we should fight too.
You don't really get
We'll
too
get our
much
chance
from it
soon
if you
enough.
don't get if you get an overkill anyway.
Young crusaders gather around. We'll beat sin into
Okay, well that's a good good learning opportunity. Learn from what. Don't do what I
Do your
did.
best, kid. Waka's counting on you.
Ooh, an elixir. Very
Do
helpful.
your best, kid.
Hey, after the tournament, you should join the Crusaders. Hey.
Okay, go back to the save point and heal. And elixirs, for those of you who aren't familiar with the Final Fantasy system for elixirs, very helpful. They will fully cure your HP and your MP. So definitely do not be so quick to waste those, and also definitely try to find them wherever you can. They can be very invaluable in the early game. I've got about little less than 4 minutes left. So that just works out perfectly. We can do a bit more grinding, and then I will be out. And that will be, for now, my last video for the month. Right now I'm doing uploads every couple of weeks, so the beginning of the month and then the middle of the month. Just for now, since this is really only just a little side hobby for me, and it hasn't really, taken off yet. I'm still pretty new, and this niche is pretty crowded, so I'm not really expecting to make this into a career, but it would be really cool if I could. And I am thinking about changing the name of this channel if I can, and then making a separate channel for my writing advice stuff, among other things. See if I'm not better suited for that. But I suppose we'll see. I'm doing pretty well with my main career. I don't know if I mentioned it before, but I take care of people's animals and pets while they're gone. I'm a sitter, and for my area, that is always in vogue. I think it's in vogue pretty much everywhere. That's just kind of
Told ya!
especially among the hospitality industry, that's just kind of a thing that people always need. But it's really been taking off, and it's taken almost no effort to get there. And I've been working, you know, doing that kind of thing since I was a teenager, like working for my family and taking care of their animals and their houses while they're away.
to the tournament.
And so by the time I got into this, I had like 17 years experience. And with me being permanently disabled and not really able to work a typical 9-to-5 job, which is most of them, yeah, and being someone who just deals better with people than
how shall we do
deals better
this?
with animals than people. I'm sorry. Yeah, it was just the perfect. It was like, for me, it was lightning in a bottle, just the perfect thing at the perfect time, and I'm really enjoying it. I'm actually about to head out to a job once this video is done, right across the road. We live on the lake, and we have a bunch of people with like $1 million homes across from us. We're lake adjacent, but my client is on the water, and they pay me very, very well. So like, if you're in the market for like a side hustle, or you're just trying to get something that you can maybe turn into a career and get some like cash in your pocket, if you're good with animals, you're good with people, you're trustworthy with homes, you have the time, you know, all those different things, I highly recommend it. Like, it is very underrated, this kind of like independent contractor work, as far as at least just getting your foot in the door, getting yourself off the ground. Don't ever knock it, because like, this job has worked surprisingly well for me in like all the different areas that it could.
All right.
So maybe give it a try, maybe pass it along to your friends, your family. And then look into other kinds of work along that line. See what niches are in your neighborhood, what your skills are. You know, it's always in vogue. Just if you want to do that, feel like you could do that, give it a try. You never know what you're going to find. And with that being said, I've got 10 seconds left, so if you enjoyed this video, please give a like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. Later!